Logged into my demo tenant this morning. Was looking in the Defender portal. It's a shiny new blue button. It said, activate Multi-tenant Defender. So I've been talking in this series about some Defender capabilities around exposure management, around risk management. Literally just released a video this morning on threat analytics. And I've also been talking about some of the cross-tenant capabilities enabled in Intra. So cross-tenant sync, share teams and email environments across multiple tenants. Then they also just recently dropped cross-tenant governance, so you can discover, onboard, and manage settings across a bunch of tenants. But what was notably missing from that was defensive capabilities, right? Configuration isn't necessarily defense by itself. So I talked in that video about how I still felt a little bit raw. This is the missing piece. So click on this button, it opens a brand new dashboard. By default, there's nothing there. It's just or in my case, a dark mode dashboard where my regular Defender mode is light mode. And a couple of options to enable tenants and configure settings. So I went through and I started lighting it up, and I was really excited. So what you're going to need is a log analytics workspace somewhere, right? If you're already a Sentinel customer, you have one, because it's what Sentinel does all of its work in. So you're going to point Multi-tenant Defender at a log analytics workspace in some tenant somewhere, and then you're going to decide which tenants to onboard, what configuration settings to take across them, including custom detection rules, alert turning rules, endpoint security configurations, custom workbooks. There's a couple of others too, but there's a lot that you can pull across. Roles. So if you've created custom defensive roles that you want to use to manage all of your 100 tenants that you can manage in this, you can go to 100 tenants. You can adjust those roles, create new roles as you need to. And once you do all that, and you light up all the tenants that you want to see, you're going to have a dashboard that, again, looks very similar to your regular dashboard. It's going to have your assets, your identities, your endpoints, your cloud apps, your Office 365 workloads too surface into here. It's even going to have some of the SOC optimization stuff, like cases. What it won't have, though, and I hope this comes later, because I've been tackling much about it, is it doesn't have exposure management, and it doesn't have threat intelligence. So all that stuff I've been talking about with threat analytics, risk management, attack surface maps, all this stuff, you're still going to need to go to your Defender portal for that and look at it in your specific tenant. Right now, I do not know what this costs. Didn't see any pricing information, didn't see any statements around licenses, necessary licenses in a source tenant like you do with cross-tenant sync. My guess, it's probably not a good guess, is that Defender in each tenant will light up the equivalent protections across the multi-tenant environment. I know in the Intro.chat podcast, they talked about organizations having up to 700 tenants to manage, so there's still a scaling issue there, but being able to manage 100 tenants at a glance, set up individual rules that apply to certain sets of those tenants, being able to onboard acquisitions without having to migrate all of their users, all of their licensing, all of their everything all at once, just being able to bring them under one single control plane. I am really, really excited about this.